series of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the small forward position. Griffin attacking, good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale. I asked him how they'll try to deal with Kyrie, and he shrugged. He said he may be the best ball handler in the league. He gets where he wants to on the court. He just got to contest wherever he goes. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, Kevin Durant is now able, because of increased strength and physical ability, able to absorb contact and play through it.
Now here's Rose. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start, giving up high percentage looks. That doesn't typically end well.
Now Harkless. James Harden missing on the 3. Harkless the pass to Robinson. From deep, Rose. And the rebound goes to Griffin. The Nets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's Rose. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to KD. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Harkless with it. He's against Jordan. Robinson misses. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Durant, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. 6-point game. Last time they met in New York.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
Now here's Harkless, following the miss by Griffin. Barrett, no good. From deep, Harden doesn't get it to drop for him. And New York the other way now. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Robinson, that's good.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Nets leading by 4. Harden dishes to Jordan. He kicks to Irving, shoots the 3, good on the 3-point shot. Irving's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Rose scanning the floor. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir, get it out of here.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues. And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
Here's Griffin after R.J. Barrett's bucket. Griffin goes in, and it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. In the corner, Barrett with it. And the three off target.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And KD throws it down.
Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Now here's Rose. Outside for Robinson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Harden. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Barrett. And it comes off the front of the rim.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Here is Rose after the made shot from KD. Outside Rose. In the corner, it's Robinson. Shot clock at 6. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. Coming off a terrific season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish. Always had his head up, looking for the open man. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder, DeAndre Jordan III.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Harkless kicks to Rose. And Jordan sends it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Rose, and Jordan sends it back. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Harkless. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And New York making a change here. Portis is checked in. And it's the Knicks with the ball, trailing by 19. Here's Rose. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rose has got 6.
I tell you, that's good defense, but Rose with the better shot-making ability, living it up on the interior.
The Nets working the ball around now. From deep, Harden. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Rose. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
Irving surveying the floor. And stolen by Barrett. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge.
Defensively, just too many baskets in transition. It's really, that's been the difference.
Rose against Griffin. And it's Rose missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Knicks trail by 17. Here's Harkless. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor. The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Rose. He's got 8. Second chance shot. Now the pass to Harkless. They get it back. Robinson. And at last they get one to fall.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Rose, and Griffin sends it back. It's 2-on-1. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Harden's got 11 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
The first one falls.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition. a completely rejuvenated player.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Barrett. And it's off from three-point range. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His three ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Barrett. Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. Good work defensively by Harden.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
But how about Kevin Durant on the dribble drive? What to do with this guy? He's got so many ways he can hurt you.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rose against Irving. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barrett from outside the arc. No good there.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. At one time a poor free throw shooter, DeAndre Jordan has really improved this part of his game, and he was asked back when he was struggling if he had ever considered shooting them underhand like some have in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while, and if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Knicks, Bobby Portis out there with Noel. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard position. Here's Dinwiddie after New York gets the three. Here's KD. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 5th assist in this one. Payton looking around. With some arc. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
One thing we know about Elfrid Payton, this guy has got supreme confidence. He will force the issue if he's this close to the cup.
The 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams, no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Now here's Peyton. Pass to Harkless. Here's Noel.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well. And how about the timing to send that rejection back?
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Dinwiddie finds Griffin. Harden outside. And Harden with the stop.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. The Knicks have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Inside, here's Dinwiddie, and the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. It may be his best attribute, Kevin.
Yep, that one goes.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Knicks making the shot. The pass to Durant. Back to Dinwiddie. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy's not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season. And his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Now here's Peyton. Five to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Well, give me a little creativity, Alfred Payton. Off the dribble drive? Yeah, I can handle it.
Payton against Dinwiddie. Passes to Harden. Harden draws the double. Back to Dinwiddie. And he makes that one. Dinwiddie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Noel. Pass to Portis. They get it back. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now points for him in the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Here's Trier. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Pass to Portis. Kicks it to Payton. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Trier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on James Harden. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business as a player, coach, and now broadcaster. Who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And New York making a change here. Gibson's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Payton against Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc. Griffin trying to get open. Dinwiddie's shot is off. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harkless the pass to Payton. Outside Gibson. And the pass to Payton. Fades. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Count the basket.
Joe Harris so good at keeping his composure in intense situations. Nice job playing through contact.
Here's Trier. He has 7. Passes it to Harkless. Pass to Payton. There's the 3. A rebound by the Nets. Durant's got 7 rebounds in the game. A good look from Harden. Not going to go that time. And New York the other way now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hands of the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. You take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Here's Trier. Payton outside.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Off target with his 3.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Here's Trier, guarded by Harden. The shot by Trier, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Here's Trier. He has 7. Over in the corner, Harkless. Pass to Gibson. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Griffin passes to KD. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. That's 28 points for KD.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
What a defensive effort from Spencer Dinwiddie. The wingspan and the hustle create these steals.
Payton against Dinwiddie. Payton right side, got a hand on it. Payton against Dinwiddie. Durant, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Harkless on the wing, defended by Griffin. Here's Gibson. Nice touch on the bank shot. Here now is Dinwiddie. Outside Griffin. It's Durant with the drive, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
And now, in his second year coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Now here's Gibson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And Gibson always has had a solid mid-range game. You can't let him get comfortable from that spot.
Dinwiddie against Payton. And KD throws it down.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
The shot by Trier, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Dinwiddie against Payton. The teardrop falls in. Payton's got 5 points now this quarter.
How about the soft release on the floater by Elfrid Payton? To me, that's a necessary skill for a point guard in today's NBA.
2 points, that one goes.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. The pass to Trier. Shoots over Griffin, takes the 12-footer and hits. Trier's got 9 points.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
KD's shot is good.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here's Trier, guarded by Harden.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
They grab their own miss and count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Barrett comes in for Harkless. And it's Rose in for Alonzo Trier. That free throw good from Griffin.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat.
Now here's Gibson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Rose kicks to Gibson. Clock at 6. Passes it to Barrett. Launches it. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Durant in the corner. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Nets out in front, running away with it. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They getting way too many easy baskets. That's us communication on front and the post, and, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 37 points, 2 block shots, and 3 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Yeah, we saw what Durant can give you. Dead-eye shooting, off the catch, off the dribble, and in the post. And defensively, with the long arms, he seems to be in the right position to make some kind of impact.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
They rely way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shot. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Griffin, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so here is New York.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done.
And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Durant's checked in for Dinwiddie.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw drops for Rose. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early. are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Randall. Here's Robinson, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Harkless dishes to Barrett. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Harden. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And here's a look at the stats for James Harden.
Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Now here's Rose after R.J. Barrett's miss. Griffin against Randall. Shoots over Griffin. New York, no good that time either.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Jordan kicks to Harden. Back to Jordan. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
The Knicks shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Rose against Irving. Pass to Harkless. Over Harden. The shot by Harkless, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Irving. Count that bucket. Irving's got 11.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Rose up on top. 15 points in the game. Can't connect from short range. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
New York shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Here's Rose. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Harden gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. Pass to Barrett. Lays it up off the glass. Barrett's got his third basket of the night.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
To the paint. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Rose. And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Rose. And that's now 8 points for R.J. Barrett. Nets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. There's the pass to KD. Bangs home the trifecta. Durant's got 40 points.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, talk about a one-man show. Irving makes a play with the defense and converts with his offense. Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Now here's Durant. Following the miss by Julius Randle.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Rose. 15 points in the game. Robinson finds Rose. To halt the run, connects, the jumper drops. Rose has got 7 points here in this quarter. And Doris Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Back to Jordan. Fires the three. Helps they get it back. Here's Griffin, and another shot, and he sinks the layup. Griffin's got 11 points.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Here's Rose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. For New York, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Rose. So both teams changing it up here. Both good from the line that time. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Clock at 4. Takes it from 10. Again, the Nets for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Payton passes to Portis. Shot from 16. Rose can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. Out to the right wing. Payton kicks to Portis. Six on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot from deep. Rose, the offensive rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Knicks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
You wonder what the defender who has to check Kyrie Irving on a nightly basis is thinking, because when he's dialed in, there's no checking him.
Here's Rose. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Rose has got 25 points.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Claxton. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Now, here's Portis. Feeds to Barrett. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Barrett's got 8 points in the quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Dinwiddie against Rose. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. The Knicks shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Payton against Irving. The shot by Payton, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's KD, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
Payton passes to Portis. Dishes to Rose. Pass to Randall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 6 points for him. Payton against Irving. Just 5 on the clock. 20 feet out. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
That one good for 2. 27 points for Rose.
That's a really nice decision. Rose with the floater over the top. You don't have to take everything right to the rack.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Here's Claxton. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Rose passes to Randall. Payton with the ball. He's picked up by KD. And there's the feed to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Irving for 3. And the miss. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Payton is out there with Trier. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Dotson in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Trier. Lets it go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Dinwiddie's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harris kicks to Sampson. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Now here is Harris after the miss from Elfrid Payton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
To their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
A great job to kick it back and create the easy one.
That's the unselfishness you want to see. To try and score consistently, you have to work together.
That's tipped. Ntilikina looking it over. Trier from long range. Farouch grabs the board.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Portis brings the double team. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Nets. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Frank Ntilikina still trying to find his niche, right? You've seen him spend some time at the point guard. You've seen him on the wing. This guy has got to find the position that maximizes his impact.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Doris, as you said with Ntilikina, it's been a search to find the right role for him in the NBA.
When you're a high draft pick, Kevin, as you know, there's always expectations. And for Ntilikina, I don't necessarily think his role has been clearly defined to this point. Once he sorts that out and his offense comes along, because of his defensive prowess, I think he should be fine.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
Now here is Harris. 4 on the clock. From deep. It's rebounded by New York. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Simpson. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Also good, so he hits both free throws. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Trier. Pass to Dotson. Over Harris. Dotson can't hit. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Harris looking it over. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Down low. Ntilikina. He can't get that one to fall. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Here's Simpson. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Trier. To the left side wing. Portis against Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Ntilikina. From deep 3-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Portis. That shot off, and Brooklyn will come the other way. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Dinwiddie's shot is off. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Trier. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Dinwiddie outside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I'll tell you, this guy excels at using his speed and his big body to cut inside. Nice job, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Passes it to Portis. Pass to Ntilikina. Shoots a 3. The rebound by the Nets.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And it's blocked. Here's Trier. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Harris with it. Pass to Karuch. To the inside. Claxton. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. shot.
It doesn't take a ton of time for Gibson to get that shot off. I love how aggressive he's pulling the trigger.
To the left wing. Now here's Dinwiddie. Tight defense on him. And to the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
So for the Nets, Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Dinwiddie. Then for the Knicks, Randall's checked in for Portis. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Alonzo Trier. Here's Ntilikina. Oh, that's blocked.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Temple the pass to Karuch. Here's Sampson. Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live, because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Randall. The Nets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Temple the pass to Sampson. With the teardrop, the shot, no good. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Randall throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Karuch. The rebound by Gibson. And they're on the break. Here's Dotson. It's on target from the high post. Dotson's got his first 2 points of the night.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Here's Luwawu. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. Here's Dotson. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say, as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. The three-pointer, no good. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And there's the pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Sampson, the pass to Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the right block, the shot is good. And so it's New York with it. Here's Ntilikina to the middle. Here's Gibson. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A huge
satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the score by New York. Here's Temple, pass to Musa. Shot clock at 5. Here's Luwawu. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Dotson. It's blocked. Second chance effort. Basket counts. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Here's Temple. Pass to Claxton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up. And he makes the first. That one misses. Here's Bullock. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Here's Temple. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both ends today. How did you get yourself going?
I think it was just us trying to come out and win a game at home. We know how important these are. Every game that we play is important, so we just got to keep it going.
And you protected the home court well, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.